Here is what you missed about Nolan Xavier Wells. The tragic case of Nolan Xavier Wells, an 18-year-old college freshman and football player from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, has drawn intense national attention. What began as a 4th of July weekend beach trip has turned into a highly scrutinized investigation clouded by conflicting stories, digital footprints, and deep community distrust. What happened on July 4th, 2026? Wells, a wide receiver for Southwest Mississippi Community College, traveled by boat to Horn Island, an uninhabited barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. He was accompanied by 3 high school friends. Wells did not return with the group that evening. After being reported missing by his mother around midnight, an extensive multi-agency search was launched. On the morning of July 6th, a U.S. Park Service ranger discovered his body on the northwestern tip of the island, the conspiracy and key discrepancies. While local law enforcement, specifically the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, initially stated they believe Wells accidentally drowned and do not suspect foul play, the family and the public have heavily questioned this narrative. The skepticism and online speculation are driven by several glaring inconsistencies. The conflicting alibi. Wells's friends claimed they left him on the island because he chose to stay behind to talk to a young woman and planned to hitch a ride back with another boat. However, that same young woman contradicted their story, telling investigators that Wells actually stated he was getting back on the boat with his friends. The missing phone. When the friends returned to the mainland, they were in possession of Wells's cell phone and keys. His family had to track the phone using the Life 360 app to retrieve it from one of the friends. Attorney Ben Crump publicly questioned why any teenager would willingly leave their phone behind on an uninhabited island. Deleted messages and audio. The family's legal team has stated that several social media messages appear to have been deleted from Wells's phone. Furthermore, a video has circulated on social media captured from a nearby boat where a male voice, believed to be Wells, can be heard shouting, "Give me my freaking phone, what are you doing?" Other unverified videos allegedly suggest a physical scuffle occurred on the island. The swimming discrepancy. Wells was an elite athlete in peak physical shape and an experienced swimmer who knew Horn Island well. His family argues it is highly implausible that he simply drowned in a heavily crowded area, packed with roughly 200 people that day, without anyone noticing or offering help. They also question why his body did not surface until July 6th if he drowned on July 4th. Racial undertones. The case has become a massive social media flashpoint because Wells was Black, while the 3 friends he traveled with are white. Given Mississippi's historical reckoning with racial injustice, civil rights leaders and the family have expressed a profound distrust that local authorities will conduct a fair, unbiased investigation. Latest news and current status. Following a high-profile news conference in New York City alongside the Reverend Al Sharpton and civil rights attorney Ben Crump, several major updates have emerged. Independent autopsy. Because of their distrust in local law enforcement, the family has commissioned a private, independent autopsy. Wells' body was flown to Washington, D.C., where the city's former chief medical examiner is conducting the procedure. High-profile figures have stepped in to support the family. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick is paying for the independent autopsy, filmmaker Tyler Perry is covering the burial costs, and director Spike Lee attended the press conference in solidarity. Official autopsy delayed. The state has completed its official autopsy, but the Jackson County coroner noted that the final report cannot be released until toxicology results are finalized, which could take several weeks. Digital forensics. The family's legal team plans to hire data experts to try and recover the deleted messages from Wells's cell phone before officially handing the device over to the police. Call for witness media. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department maintains that the investigation is active and ongoing. They, along with the family, are pleading with the public and any of the estimated 200 beachgoers to come forward with unedited photos, videos, or first-hand accounts of any arguments or unusual activity on Horn Island that afternoon.